Hi, welcome to Self Made. I'm your host, Nash.
I'm Andres.
Today, Kim can't be with us because he's away on a family trip. So, we're doing this episode without him today. The topic that we'll be discussing today is bullying, but we have a lot of topics that go for bullying and like categories as to what bullying is. But today, we're just going to be focusing on cyberbullying. So, Andres, if you could start us off.
Sure. So cyberbullying. That's a very that's even in like even that on its own is a very like big topic as well. It's definitely something that, like in my opinion, hasn't stopped. If anything, it keeps getting worse. Not for me personally, but from what I can see, just because of the fact that there's so many different social media platforms now. Like before, when we were like in elementary school, we had like what Facebook and maybe Instagram. Like I think Instagram was just starting out. Now you have like Snapchat, you have like now TikTok, like all these different platforms that people can so easily get to one another. Um, so I definitely do think that this topic is very important. It's definitely something that people should be talking to other people about it. To raise awareness, right? Like Nash, have you personally dealt with this like on your own? That maybe you have some topics that you can share with our audience.
I've never dealt with cyberbullying in a sense, really. I have dealt with bullying. Um, I've been like taken, I've have pictures taken of me, and then like compared to like other people, or like being called a certain name, or like just because of the way I look and how I act. So that plays a part in how you feel versus what people may think, and then it hurts you because you don't know what to say or do about it. So then you just let it happen. You don't really address the situation and know when to tell the person to stop. So it all depends on like how you feel about it at the end of the day. But you should know when you should be able to stand up and take a stand and be like, hey, this is not right. I don't like this. And go to like somewhere or someone that can support you.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely do think that one of the biggest issues that I tend to see is that people let it go way too long before they say something, right? Like that's something that you should put your foot down, like you said, like stop it, stand up. Like it's not even like about like you like hitting back. It's not even about that. It's about like it's like putting your foot down and respecting yourself first. Like at the end of the day, you if you don't stop it, nobody else will. But the longer you uh, the longer that you let it go for, the longer they can feel that it's okay to do so. Me personally, I haven't. Well, I guess you could say it's half half. I both have and I both haven't. So in the sense of like me before, like I've never had someone be like super disrespectful to me throughout social media, but I have people come to me and like say stuff through social media that they wouldn't say to my face.
Mm,
Obviously at the end of the day I always speak up, and it was like, you know me, I don't take it. Like at the end of the day, like I really, if you don't respect yourself first, no one else gonna respect you. So I put my foot down and I'm like, you know what, that's not okay. This is not something that you're gonna be saying, that you should be saying to me in general. And then I'm always like, you know what, if you can't say it to me face to face, that's your problem. But don't be coming here and hiding behind a phone screen or a computer screen and then saying things like that, because that's not okay. That's like at that point you're feeling bad about yourself, to the point
mhm.
that you need to pick up on other people, but you need to pick on them through social media because you can't do it face to face. That's not okay with me.
Do you feel like people who are being not cyberbullied, like but the bullies themselves, they feel empowered for like putting a person down?
I feel like yes and no. So in the sense of like, yes, because I feel like them doing that makes them feel better about themselves, because maybe they're having somebody that's bullying them. So instead of them speaking up to that specific individual, they take it out on other people, and they're like, you know what, like this makes me feel stronger, which it shouldn't, right? But I feel like they feel stronger because of the fact that fine, I can't stand up to you, so I'm gonna go ahead and make your life miserable because that's just gonna make me feel even better, right? Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's not even making them feel better. Maybe it's just making them feel like
Good.
at least
They have some
something.
sort of control over
Yeah,
something.
yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly.
Because everything nowadays is about control and being able to, manage everything in your life and being able to control it. And if you can't control certain things that's going on, then you want to be able to control something or someone and tell them what to do versus going and doing it yourself.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like I've seen it so many times because like obviously not just my siblings, which we like both of us here, like we both have younger siblings, but I've seen it for like from other people, like they get bullied so easily. Like you go on Twitter, for example, and it just becomes like a back and forth thing. Then you get more people involved, and it just creates like a huge thing. But then you'll show up to school, and it's like nothing ever happened. You know what I mean? Like it's so easy for anybody to just sit behind a computer or behind your phone, type stuff that you would never say out loud, but then you show up to school or work or whatever the case may be, but you don't say anything. That's like for me, I'm the type that I'm the opposite. Like if I'm gonna say something to you, whether that's good or bad, I'm gonna say it to you face to face. Like I don't. There's no point of the whole like hiding behind a screen because at the end of the day, that's not gonna get your message across. If anything, it's gonna be the other side. You like at that point, you're gonna get
That and it's
like
also about maturity as well. Like if you're not mature enough to go to a person and just tell them how you feel or, be like, hey, I don't like this about you, or just don't associate yourself with the person. Just don't talk to them. There's no need for you to be calling them names or putting them up on social media so everyone else can just degrade them and put them down for what they did or how they made you feel. That doesn't make any sense. Like man up or woman up and be able to be, hey, like this isn't right. I don't like it, or just don't associate yourself with the person in general and just continue going on with your life. There's no need for you to be causing drama at the workplace or wherever you go. It doesn't make sense.
yeah. What advice would you give people? Like, say you have like somebody getting bullied, not by one person, but like by multiple, like by a group of friends, and obviously it's like 3 on 1, 4 on 1. What like at that point? What would you, obviously because you're outnumbered. So, what advice would you give the person that is getting bullied?
Is this in a high school setting, sorry? Or is this
Uh,
like just in general?
in general.
In general? Well, depending on what the situation is and like what kind of like what form of bullying it is, I would just either go to the person and be like, hey, like what's going on? Like, is there something that you want to speak about or, confront them or just take myself away from the situation and don't entertain it because the more you stop entertaining it is it goes away sometimes. Sometimes that helps. Or you can just go and seek out help. That's what I would do. Not from like from a sorry, from a professional standpoint, not from like friends or like someone else in that caliber, but like someone that's in like a professional standpoint, like as a mentor or something like that. Ask them what I could do if I couldn't solve it for myself.
Yeah, that would be my first advice as well. Get help because I feel like a lot of people nowadays, especially like in high school, they feel like if they do go to somebody,
Yeah, and asking
uh,
for help, it's like it makes you feel weak.
yeah, but it also makes it seem like you're snitching, right? And you know, like the whole like when you're in high school, you get called a snitch and all this and that. Like you're worried more about protecting your image than protecting your inner feelings.
Exactly. If you're being called a snake, then it makes everyone that sees your talks, you feel like, oh, I can't trust this person with like anything because they're just continuing, not really continuing, but they're saying things that they're not supposed to be saying. Like they can't keep it to themselves. But it's like my mental health over yours. Like this is
Yeah.
what I need to do.
At the end of the day, I feel like obviously since we're like in the topic of like cyberbullying, like I feel like just how it's very easy to bully somebody online, it's also very easy to not entertain it, in the sense of like you can just block people. Obviously, yes, people are always gonna find a way. Like, yeah, you block me here, you block me there, so I'm just gonna have like keep creating profiles. But at the end of the day, that's just you entertaining it. Like I will like, if for me, I would say that if it gets too bad and you're not seeking help, then you have to block the person. But if you're
Yeah,
not even entertaining it and you're seeking help, then just leave it, because at the end of the day, the more you block someone, that's the most you're pushing them, right?
yeah, you're pushing them, but you're also giving them fire to just say, hey, look what he's doing. It all depends on like how the bully interacts with you.
Yeah,
It
I
all
mean,
depends.
you can. Was that saying you can what put like the fire one, since you mentioned about fire? I
Uh,
forgot what the saying goes, but
yeah,
it's
I
fire
get
with
what you
fire.
mean. Yeah, can't fight. You can't fight fire with fire.
There you go. That's the one.
So
And it's not gonna get anybody anywhere anyway. So my main, like, before you wrap up, my main point, like, I know today's episode was very short, and it's not because obviously we have a lot to talk about. It's just that we're trying to get like our points across so we can like focus on different topics as well. But my main advice to people would be like, don't think about what other people are saying about you, in terms of like if you feel like that, like, you want to talk to somebody. Like, it's not gonna hurt. It's gonna make you feel better. Don't worry about what people are saying about you. If they call you a snake, they call you a snake. If you lose friends, then they were never your friends to begin with. You need to like you need to surround yourself with with strong individuals who are only going to push you to become stronger and better. So my main thing would be get help. Don't bottle it inside. Open up to somebody that you know you can trust, and yeah, go from there. Like, it's only gonna get better if you are allowing it to get better. But that's the only thing I will have to add for now. I definitely have more points across while we start doing more about bullying as well.
all right, all right. Thank you, Andres, for that. This concludes today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and comment on our video. Follow us on Instagram and Spotify. It has been your host, Nash.
And I'm Andres.
We'll see you in the next episode. Peace.
Peace.